Nervous start for West Coast. They kicked 4 goals then in 7 minutes and then relinquished a good break with 2 goals to Dunstall in the last minute. There's Anderson and Collins warming up, and a first quarter that had plenty going. There's Chris Lewis getting heavily involved with Ray Jenke, and the brawl that got out of control for a little while, Don Scott.
Yeah, so a lot of these niggly little things you can see there. It doesn't take a brave man to do what Pritchard's doing. There'll be a couple of other Hawthorn players coming in, like Hudson there, and Condon will come running in.
It came at a very bad time too, Don, as far as the West Coast Eagles were concerned. If they started that, as it appeared they did, silly.
West Coast to the right, Hawthorn to the left of screen. West Coast by 9 points. Jakovic on the ball, not surprising, as Hawthorn were able to get 2 big winners out of the centre in the last minute of the first quarter. Free kick to Hudson. Waterman standing the mark.
Sumic is centre-half forward too, Bruce.
Playing up the ground into the breeze. Hudson's kicked to half forward. McKenna in a match there with Jarman. Kemp goes to ground. He's had a quiet start. Condon's handball to Lawrence. Left foot by Lawrence. Deer and Brereton, 2 of the strong men. Brereton gets rid of McIntosh legitimately and takes the mark.
Second time he's done that. Just too much strength.
Gee, a goal here to Hawthorn will give them tremendous impetus.
You watch this on replay. Look at Brereton.
It's going to kick from just inside 50, about a 60-degree angle. The man who kicked 8 goals when Hawthorn got slaughtered in 1985 by Essendon. Loves the big game. Drop punt, hooks it. Misses. So a couple of behinds to Brereton. It's his second. And Hawthorn a little inaccurate at 3-5 to 5-1.
Interesting move, taking Irving out of the game. I thought he did quite well, especially in the centre bounces, and putting Jakovic, although Jakovic has been a good player for the West Coast the last 2 weeks.
Deer in the front spot, Jakovic to the back. Deer's mark is a thumping kick.
Very strong mark, that one. That was Dunstall on the lead. Deer from 65 metres out, puts it on the breeze. They'll contest about 5 metres out. Brereton almost. And McIntosh concedes a behind. So Hawthorn with the breeze. Final term this one. Valuable late goals in the first quarter. Now Brennan pondering. 5-1, 3-6. Brennan favours the outer side. It's getting dark suddenly at VFL Park. Perhaps a chance of rain. Deer again plays on. 45 metres out from goal. This could be a lifter. It's a goal. Great kick. Twice they kicked in. Twice he marked. 4-6, 5-1. A point the difference then at VFL Park in the grand final.
As I said earlier, this man is the man they're going to have trouble containing. He's strong, he's quick. And there he is, putting the ball on his boot for his second goal.
John, big move here. Lockyer's gone on to Brereton and McIntosh on to Deer. They've made a swap. Just to point the difference. Jakovic wins it. Pikes high ball to half forward. Ayres against the flow, keeps his eye on it. Free kick wins it against Wilson. Had a terrific opening quarter, Ayres. Only man to win the Norm Smith twice for best on ground in the grand final. Left foot high, centre half forward. Front spot was Hall. Hudson sits and waits. Back turns, gets away. Chips a little left footer, a good one. Pritchard had 8 kicks in the first quarter. And does he get 50? No. Hawthorn fans want it.
Matera's man too, Bruce.
55 metres. Drop punt. Gee, he's kicked it well. He's kicked a goal. Hawks in front. Well, they've got the start they wanted. They've kicked 4 goals in about 4 minutes here, Hawthorn. At 5-6 to 5-1. 2 late goals in the first and 2 early ones in the second.
Well, I suppose you go back and look for instances of what happened, and that kick of Turley's in the first quarter where he tried to spot Irving running into a hole when he could have had a long shot for goal. The ball rebounded, and since then the Eagles really haven't got into it.
And so the Hawks are making their move on this grand final now. Plenty of wind-assisted time in this second period. Bounce back in the middle. Djakovic gets it down. Platten, his 9th possession. High kick down towards half forward. Dia and McIntosh, almost the latter. Keeps it in front, but Hall does very well. Brereton at close quarters, hard against the boundary line, pulls it back. Out comes Dunstall, fisted away by Brennan, taken by Lockyer. This is Hart, confronted by Platten, does well. Kept his head away to Kemp. Oh, and Platten got cleaned up by a teammate. Meantime, Lawrence takes the mark. Platten's okay, on his feet. Not necessarily one and the same thing, of course. Lawrence, probing kick. Brennan a fist, sharply angled towards the boundary. McKenna with dash from the back pocket towards the outer side wing. Pritchard and Matera. Oh. Pritchard keeps it in superbly. He's winning on that wing. Brereton on the 50. Long kick down towards the kick-off line. Dunstall surrounded, and it trickles through for a minor score. Hawthorn increased their lead. 5-7, 5-1, and the lights are on.
Brennan looking for some options. Djakovic has taken a long time to settle down today. Lawrence with him, and Hall in the front spot, no mark paid. Off the ground, Matera, taken out of it by Pritchard cleverly. Matera did very well, though, to Waterman, who's been quiet, with some space and time, and plenty of empty spaces across the forward line. Ayres, well played. Wilson still with him, though. A ball to be won. Ayres with strength. Mew, Heady, Irving, Wilson. Back turns, left foot round the body, looks towards Turley. Almost tucked with him, gets a free kick, Turley. Bit lucky, I think. Didn't seem to be anything in it. Turley to the goal square. Lewis one out. Morrissey off the ground. Pike, Lewis, Morrissey, Langford. Again, Morrissey goes and wins the football to Platten. Hawthorn are doing very well, but Platten's kick under pressure really had very little chance to keep it in.
And Langford doesn't look too good. He's on his haunches. He's just getting up now after that clash.
Mainwaring to bang it back into the goal square. Lewis, Morrissey. Now Morrissey. Well, I don't know where Chris Lewis is at the moment, but he doesn't seem to be at Veerfield Park. Condon caught, good tackle by Kemp. Pike, low to the ground. Quickly given away. Mainwaring clever to Kemp. Back to Waterman. To the goal square to Heady. Couldn't take it. Jenke, now Heady. Still Heady. Legs, free kick must be. Very bad decision. John Russo's scored a clanger there. Heady should have got a free kick. Gowers gives it away.
Oh dear. Pritchard back to Gowers at half back. That's a big play because Hawthorn may score here. Pritchard around the outer side towards half forward with the kick. Dia, fine mark. Is it right half forward? Playing well. Dia, centering kick. Hall, in fact, it drifts to the pocket. Hudson takes the mark. Well, the breeze certainly pushing that ball in there. And now Paul Hudson, only about 30 metres from goal. Sharp angle. Holds 17 votes in the Brownlow on Monday, and of course his dad played in Hawthorn's 71 premiership team. Dangerous forward, and normally a very good kick. He kicks and misses to the near side. Well, Heady legged at the other end. Hawthorn kicker behind. 5-8, 5-1. There's the time remaining. Just over 18 minutes. As we said, the lights are on. Hawthorn have the breeze. And the crowd is behind them as well.
Well, it all adds up to a lot going for the Hawthorn at the moment. They're playing well. Djakovic with a big fly. Hart towards the boundary line. Platten off the ground. Keeps it in play. Gains about 20 metres. Waterman happy, content to let it go over the line. Well, all Hawthorn, Don Scott and the centre breaks.
Well, it's indicative of the way they're playing, Bruce.
Remember those two just before quarter time too, where they won it out through Gowers. Lockyer, now Brereton in the pocket, round the body, and across the face of goal for his third behind.
Actually, Dunstall led and did the right thing, led up towards centre half forward. Brereton should have dragged that back, and he still kicked the point. Prime Minister Bob Hawke left the screen. Ross Oakley, chairman of the AFL.
Well, the scoreboard's got a familiar look to the Geelong game now. Hawthorn so inaccurate early. Got 8 more shots here, but lead by just 8 points. They're right on top, the Hawks. West Coast conceding. Platten throws it away. A quick kick towards the goal square. Dunstall in a wrestling match. No free kick. Cleverly to Hall, who should kick a goal, and he has put it through. Strength by Dunstall, 6-9-5-1. The Hawks have opened up a big break here at 14 points.
Well, I suppose there's justice in that passage of play because Dunstall was infringed, should have been given the free kick there, but it's Hall swooping on the ball. Worsfold going down with legs. Tony Hall, a dangerous half forward.
The Eagles led by 9 points at quarter time, and even then you sensed it wasn't enough. Now they trail by 14. Still 17 minutes remaining till half-time. There's the bounce. Jakovic has it. Kicks towards half forward. Langford off the ground. Hart to Main Waring. About 80 metres from goal. Lewis under the ball. Morrissey claims the mark. Wanted to play on. Called to play on, but Mew has it now. Goes very short. Lawrence from the defensive 50. Plays on. Towards the wing and Brereton. Awkward half volley. Gowers over the top. Platten, courageous as always. Back towards Brereton. Wanted to take on the tackler. As a result, lost the ball. Concedes about 20 metres with a kick. Ayres has got it towards midfield. Allen and Pike now. Allen keeps it in front. Still he goes, Ben Allen. Sliding in there was Kemp. Pike gets the crumbs. Dragged down by Allen superbly. Down goes Ayres. In goes Pike. Lawrence has got it now. Over the top. This is Langford. Way up the ground. Not a good kick. Just inside the 50. Deer the danger man. 40 metres from goal. Vacant goal square. Dunstall goes off the ground and has missed.
Well, they've got Lockyer off the ground now, West Coast, and Waters has come on, so they've had to reshuffle their forward line. We saw Deer having McIntosh. Now, McIntosh is still with him. Lockyer was on Brereton, and now Worsfold's got that job.
Kick by Brennan after McKenna passed it to him on Deer. Just with strength there on McIntosh again. Swings onto that left foot in that arc. Bangs it towards Dunstall in a group of players. Gets rid of half of them. McKenna in trouble. Goes to ground. Waters quickly caught by Jarman, who does cleverly. Now he's a bit of a magician, Jarman. Not this time. That one straight out of bounds on the fall. Nothing magic about that result. Or an earlier one where he tried it. There's Lockyer. 16 shots to 6 here. Hawthorn has kicked the last 5 goals and 6 of the last 7. Remembering West Coast led 4-0. McIntosh looks for a free kick. Condon's handball to Allen. Hawthorn everywhere. Deer again. Good kick to Hudson. And suddenly there are holes everywhere for Hawthorn players to run into.
Just picking up Scott Waters. He's standing the mark of Hudson. Whether he is picking up Hudson, we'll just wait and see.
Hudson has kicked 60 goals this year. He's averaged 2.5 a match, and he's kicked that one straight through for another. 7-10 to 5-1.
Well, they're now starting to get their act together, Hawthorn. Hudson, a dangerous half forward. He's kicked 60-odd goals for the season. It's not the most accurate kick. He's kicked 47 points in that 60 goals. But he has had some good days. He kicked 9 goals one day in round 10 against Collingwood, and that's a great effort from a half forward.
So the margin 21 points now. Lawrence. Pike, though, towards half forward. Turley couldn't control it. This is Langford. Now Sumich, forward of the wing, down towards half forward. Wilson will need to go here.
Oh, didn't want it.
Hang on. Ayres, away to Jenke from the defensive 50. Platten. Johnny Platten, forward of right half back. Playing superbly. The standard setter in courage. He kicks around the outer side. Hall the big leap. Couldn't hang on. Condon tried to go off the ground. Eventually Sumich back towards half forward. All Hawthorn, 3 against 1. But the one is heady, and he's all class. But Ayres is too good. Great shepherd by Tuck. Away it comes to Mew. To Langford. Look at the Hawks run. Langford, well, look at the Hawks fall over, and Lewis goes in very carelessly, but the Eagles will get the free kick.
105 kicks to 65 kicks in favour of Hawthorn.
Gee, bad mistake by Wilson a minute ago, wasn't it, Don?
Well, he didn't want the ball, Bruce. You've got to put your body in, especially in a final. Wrap your body around the ball. He could have taken that on half forward.
Well, fortunately that for West Coast, that Langford made a mistake. There's Waterman wide towards Hart. Platten's had a terrific start. Hart did well at 5 kicks in the opening quarter.
Waters is coming off. He was on Hudson. Now Lamb's coming on for his first run.
As a tagger, you'd wonder. They need goals, West Coast. They need a couple in a hurry. Hart from a long way out. Bangs a high one. Outnumbered. Wilson just easily out-positioned. Ayres.
And Turley's gone on to Hudson and has immediately given him one. Now it's on in the centre again, Turley and Hudson.
Brereton dropped it, holding the footy. Must be. Worsfold had him. Play on. Lamb from centre wing. Goes to half forward. Jakovic again outnumbered. Tucked back there. Wilson's hip and shoulder okay. Matera. Pritchard with him. Off the ground by Ayres, who's had a very, very strong start here. 52 to 31, and you just get the feeling, unless West Coast can make a stand and a statement here, Hawthorn are getting right on top.
Boundary throw in. Jakovic, clean possession. Ball up.
Thought that might have been a little bit high.
What's the bet at this stage?
And there are those two. And as soon as Turley went on to Hudson, there was an altercation, just to let him know that he means business, Turley.
There's the bounce. Just going to say, what's the betting on a third Norm Smith medal for Gary Ayres? He's playing superbly at the present time. Meantime, Lawrence took his eye off the ball, as did Irving. It bounces out of bounds. We'll have a throw in just forward of right centre wing for the West Coast Eagles, who trail 5-1 to 7-10. They're lucky to be so close. An imbalance there, as you can see. And again, Condon towards half forward. Gowers with the run of it. Lacking support though. This is Turley in trouble. McKenna knocked on by Kemp, and he should have taken it. Lawrence. Hart can't control it. Wilson now gets it to Lamb, a runner inside. Mainwaring. He's looking a little tired, Mainwaring, and he left it behind. Mainwaring shovels it out. Lamb's got it on the 50. The pressure relentless. Jakovic away to Hart. Great effort by Ayres to bring him down. Affected the kick slightly. It's all Hawthorn back in the square. Lewis will arrive late. In he goes. Well done, Chris Lewis. Now he's in trouble. Claimed by Langford. Lacking support. Morrissey comes away. Confronted by Matera. It goes off the ground. Centimetre perfect. It bounces out of bounds.
That man on screen is having a wonderful game. He's continuing on when he had Lewis in the first game in Subiaco, and he's doing a marvellous job.
52 to 31. Just wonder where West Coast are going to get the goals from. Sumich has gone back to the square. Here's Platten. Breaks the tackle, gets the kick. Pike and Allen. Good mark to Allen. Pike had some touches early. Now Mew with time to steady and bang a drop punt. Jarman versus McKenna. A juggled mark by McKenna. Swings it wide, looks for Turley. Now West Coast have got the numbers here. Gowers takes a beauty against the flow and bangs it to Lawrence, who bangs it to centre half forward. Hawthorn with a chance here. Hudson, ball round his body and kicks it out on the full. Probably should have done it a little better. Had some more time. Well, 19 out of 22.
I think that's indicative of the way the West Coast are playing that mark by Gowers, because Turley was interested more in Gowers. Gowers only interested in the ball, and he's got teammates doing exactly the same thing, Gowers.
It's McIntosh's handball. Turley taps it cleverly this time to Kemp, who at last has some time and some space to think about it. Lamb's going to be under pressure. A terrible handball. Ayres does the job again. West Coast panic.
This is Wilson. Right half forward. Goes in short. Lewis calls Sumich out. Now he's in trouble. Just left the ball behind. Good tackle though, but Morrissey stood in the tackle and got the ball to Tuck. Goes looking for Gowers. Over the top, Mainwaring. This is Ayres behind. All the time in the world, Gary Ayres. Down towards half forward. Storming up the ground is Deer. Hawthorn could break this wide open. Centering kick intended for Brereton. Didn't have the carry. Back goes McKenna. Lays it off to Worsfold, who breaks away from half-back. Kicks to open space. The heads go down and the legs start to pump towards the outer side, but nothing doing. It bounces out of bounds and will be thrown in. Joyce on the phone. What a record. 39 wins, 9 losses, a premiership back in '88. He's sensing one now, I'm sure. Condon in front, over the ball. Could be holding it. No, the umpire will, I think, throw it up out there. It's very soft. Umpire Sheehan indicating he will toss it up. 7-10, 5-1. Irving, a little backhander. Lawrence with desperation. Down goes Platten, and it will be thrown in.
Anderson and Collins, no interchange used for Hawthorn as yet.
Plenty of run on the bench there, though, and that's frightening as well.
Anderson playing an important role, a goal-kicking role against Geelong in '89 when the Cats were steaming at the Hawks. Says Matera to Pike, inside to Kemp. He's got a lot of space here, should take advantage of it. Sumich the target, will it get that far? Wilson in the road, play on. Langford under pressure towards the boundary line. It won't make it. Matera, who again's got a lot of time to think about it, had Sumich, goes towards Lewis. There's really been a non-event here, and you just wonder how long Michael Malthouse can keep Lewis out there.
Well, his defensive work's pretty good, Bruce. He's chasing really hard, and he really got Langford in the centre, and he also laid a heavy tackle on Morrissey, but he's running second.
He was the second man to get Langford, by the way, and was lucky not to give a free kick away for a careless tackle. Quick kick round the body, and through from behind from Jakovic. So it's the first score to West Coast in this quarter, and we've been going for a long, long time now. It's 7-10 to 5-2. Langford, one of
Look at Allen by himself.
a number of Hawthorn players who have tasted grand final success through those 80s.
Intended for Gowers. Oh, Mainwaring, great mark.
Had to sit on that occasion, Chris Mainwaring. 5 weeks out. What a fantastic effort.
Took it very clean. Good kick too. It was a hot one, and Sumich controlled it well. Well, in the context of the afternoon, this could well be the most important kick we've seen so far.
He's getting away once again, Peter Sumich, and this is his preferred side. I mentioned earlier how he hooks the ball left to right. He's already kicked 3.
Prior to this game, they've kicked 7 goals in 3 games against Hawthorn, so this is his best effort. Anderson waiting to come on. All eyes on Peter Sumich. From 35. Good kick. Like a tracer.
Darren Jarman going off for Hawthorn, being replaced by Anderson. Jarman hasn't had the best of final series. And Sumich's lead. And there he is getting away. No body on that occasion by Langford. Good kick by Mainwaring to spot him, and that is a magic kick.
Under 6 minutes remaining. West Coast within 14 points. Pike out of the centre. Wide to Hetty. Will he take Jenke on here? He'll have to. Gets around him. Left foot to Wilson in the pocket. Good kick. Just suddenly West Coast with a chance here. They're getting plenty of the football. Sumich on a long lead. Langford, well done. Sumich tried to get rid of him, couldn't. Langford bangs it back to centre wing. Going early, Lawrence. Irving takes the mark. To Pike. Stops and props. In trouble, Hetty, high tackle. Must get a free kick. Brereton. And should... No, not get 50. Dermott just rubbed his head into the turf a little. Not a lot. Hetty to Pike. West Coast mounting a challenge.
Now down the other end of the ground, Langford's got hold of Sumich in the pocket and won't let him run.
Well, they've been fighting for a minute.
Here's Jakovic. Bangs it to Lewis. Should take this.
They look better, the West Coast, when Irving's on the ball. They should leave him on the ball. He's doing well today.
Well, you mentioned the Sumich kick, Dennis, a minute ago. This one also very important. Not only for the context of the score, but for Lewis's confidence, who has seemed out of sorts throughout this match. See the angle. It's quite severe.
He is one player who's capable, Bruce.
It's a great kick. His skill level's never been questioned. Occasionally a temperament problem. Drop punch, he's kicked that all right. Straight through the middle for another one. Well, they're right back in this, West Coast. 7-10 to 7-2. Lewis with his first.
This quarter, panning out a little like the first. It was Hawthorn who came back in the latter part of the first quarter. Now West Coast are doing exactly the same thing. Here's the kick from Lewis. Good camera angle too.
Well, you don't qualify on top if you haven't got any guts, and they're showing it now, the West Coast Eagles. Pritchard knocks it forward to the Hawks, and again Brereton. The next goal will be very important. Gowers has got it, 55 metres out, wobbles it down towards the pocket. Paul Deere battling hard against McIntosh. It's out of bounds, will be thrown in. It's a very good grand final, this one. Throw in. Deere and McIntosh are there. Both sides have had periods of ascendancy. Anderson still going, then lost it. Condon to Paul Deere again, snaps wide of the mark, bounces out of bounds in the pocket. So a throw in.
A lot of numbers around the ball, especially at that previous throw in, and they'll congregate again in the left forward pocket.
8 points the difference. Familiar face. McIntosh. Deere. That's a goal. Or was it touched off the boot? No, touched. And the goal umpire, almost a wry smile. Certainly a sense of the dramatic there. Just waited and waited.
He's the problem player, Dennis.
Who, the goal umpire?
No, Deere. Paul Deere.
7-11, 7-2. Brennan kicks in towards the outer side. You're uncanny, Don.
He's a great judge, isn't he? Deere to take the mark. It's very effective from those throw-ins, and also it's been very effective from the kick-ins today. It's the third time he's taken a mark.
Oh,
torpedo punt. Brereton sets himself. Mainwaring, a chance here for Hudson. Did he get his foot to it? Off the ground. It's hit the point, the goal post, and I think it's a behind. There'll be a conference here.
No. Bounce down, is there?
I thought it hit the goal post, and goal umpire was probably unsighted. 2.5 minutes remaining in the first half. Hawthorn leads by 9 points, and you can't get deeper in attack than this. This is as far down the belly you can get. Brennan concedes a behind at 7-12, 7-2. So a lot of rush points for Hawthorn today. Let's have a look and see if the ball does hit the post. See if my eyes were not deceiving me. Here we go. Yeah, that's a behind. That's a point. Anyway, end result the same. McIntosh, good mark. Tuck against him.
He's got a good pair of hands, this young fellow, and he will be a good player in years to come.
She's going to learn a bit from today. Don playing on number 23 in the opening minutes of a grand final. Kick towards centre wing. Condon, who's a big accumulator of kicks. Anderson, first effective touch. Started on the interchange with Collins. Goes to half forward again. Brereton a target. Deere goes late. McIntosh in the front. Hall traps it. Waterman over the top. Hart goes through, gets leg, plays on to Turley. Advantage paid. Turley's got to do something clever. He does to Pike. Good kick, Turley.
Terrific kick. Good
Oh,
mark.
no, look at that hand pass.
Waterman at full stretch through the middle. Awkward bounce for all and sundry. Jakovic flicks it out. Jenke goes off the ground. All Hawthorn. Beat two of them. Runs free behind. Kemp gets back. Collides with Mainwaring.
Gee.
Then Condon overran the ball, or was it Lawrence? Either one of two, and it socket out of bounds.
There was a combination of errors, not the fact that those two went down, but Waterman had his back to play as the ball was coming down. Then you saw the two Eagles crash into one another, Mainwaring and Kemp. Look at this. But Waterman, prior to that, had his back to play. There he is, number 39 in the front of the screen.
Deere. And now Gowers, close to the boundary line. Can he keep it in? No, he can't. So we're down to 42 seconds in the first half. 10 points is the margin. And full credit to the West Coast Eagles. They look gone, they flex some muscle, and they've come again.
Worsfold's high one to centre wing. Irving, Lawrence and Brereton. Lawrence, oh, too easy. Poor effort by Irving. Less than 30 seconds. A goal to Hawthorn will be handy here. Deere sets himself. McIntosh does a good job. Worsfold and Kemp, they could raffle it. Condon, Kemp did very well to maintain some poise. Here's Turley from half-back. High one to centre wing. Inside 10 seconds in the first half. Wilson takes the mark. It'll be a little bit too...
Oh, look at that!
Won't matter, Don. The siren's about to go. Ayres. And there it is. So at half-time, the Hawks by 10 points. But West Coast well and truly in this game after Hawthorn threatened to tear it apart halfway through that second quarter. Sumik's the big goal scorer with 4, and Dunstall has 2 for Hawthorn. And at half-time, Hawthorn leads by 54 to 44. But this game is far from over. It's 7-12 to 7-2 at the long break.